In the year 1822, an American scholar named Clement C. Moore wrote a poem. The poem was titled A Visit from St. Nicholas. You probably recognize it from its first couple of lines. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Well, this poem's been a Christmas classic for almost 200 years. I got to wondering what it might have sounded like if it had been written by a cowboy poet. I think it might have gone something like this. It was Christmas Eve night on the old XIT. The ranch was a picture of tranquility. A full moon shone brightly on new fallen snow and outlined the fence posts, all set in a row. The old windmill creaked from a light breeze that blew. Its bottom check rattled as water flowed through. An old barn owl hooted. A coyote called. A saddle horse snorted from one of the stalls. The chores were all done. All the stock had been fed. The boys in the bunkhouse all tucked into bed. Old Hank, the blue heeler, and an Aussie named Shep were snug in their doghouse just under the step. The tree was all trimmed, stockings hung in a row. 'Twas the night that old Santa was scheduled to show. I blew out the lamp and had just hit the sack when all hell broke loose. Were we under attack? There was whooping and yelling and jingle bell sounds. The dogs commenced barking. What's wrong with those hounds? I grabbed for my pants, stumbled over a chair, made a dive for the front door to see who was there. When into the yard came a gleaming white sleigh, pulled by 8 handsome reindeer, and they were running away. They flew through the barnyard and circled the trap, them dogs right behind going yappity yap. And a fat little old driver was perched on the seat, and watching him working those lines was a treat. He G'd 'em and hawed 'em, and soon back they came. He whistled and shouted and called them by name. Whoa, Dasher, whoa, Dancer, whoa, Prancer and Vixen. Now, Comet, now, Cupid, whoa, Donner and Blitzen. This could only be Santa Claus making his rounds, so I shouted and hollered and called off the hounds. Those fine Lapland chargers went straight to the sky, and that's when I learned reindeer really can fly. They circled the house, then lit down on the roof. I could hear the sharp clatter of each little hoof. As I turned from the door, I was startled to see that same little man standing there by the tree. He was dressed in red velvet with furry white trim and a big white resistol with full 4-inch brim. His handlebar mustache was bushy and white. His eyes were a twinkle with Christmas starlight. His black stovepipe boots and a wide leather belt made him look like a puncher in spite of himself. A Kelly green wild rag was tied round his neck, and his silver-trimmed spurs finished out the effect. He flashed me a grin and a wink of his eye, and I knew at that moment I liked this old guy. He opened his sack and went straight to his work, filled everyone's stocking, then turned with a jerk. With a nod of his head and the tip of his hat, he was gone in a flash. Poof, just like that. He mounted his sleigh with a loud ho, 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 then called, "Giddy up, boys, we got places to go." The last thing I heard as they went on their way was, "Adios, y'all. Have a nice Christmas day." Thank you so much.